It's all the way live, y'all. All right. Commercial for CBD works so much better when I put a little lotion in my hands. Bowls hold a little better. And hands, lips get really dry when you do this. Oh, all right. All right. Put the shields on. Yeah. Put the shields on, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Giving out those good sounds. There we go. Yeah. I know I went out of order, but that's all right. Out of order is all right. That is absolutely all right. It's the vibration that counts. Yeah, good. Because remember, sound can move and sound can remove. Okay. The Argonite energy. Oops. Something isn't right. Don't think I hooked it up right. Shows I'm live though. All I can do is just keep going. Because this beer's getting warm. Oh well. Let me check it out. Let it go black for a minute. Oh well, you know what they say, the show must go on. The show must go on. Well, not sure if this is putting anything out. Guess if it's not, it just be recorded. Because I'm not really sure if it's going out or not. There's not really any indication that it's going out. Okay, trying to find a sweet spot. Sweet spot to but not really understanding this. I guess it's another way I could check. Let's see if I'm here we go. Sorry for all those technical issues. Oh, all right. All right. My goodness. That was silly. All right. Sorry for the technical issues. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That shit is funny. It is really, really funny. Oh, okay. I'm about ready to go. All right. Got my shit together. Okay. Adam, what's happening? Nothing but truth. What's happening? Valerie, thank you for joining me. And this is my main man, James Branch. Your new video's been crispy, baby. Thank you for joining me. James Gant. Yeah, I saw Johnny Greer died. Yeah, I saw that. I saw he died. It is. That's right. Well, I guess sorry about that. I wasn't getting the information to see if it was going or not. So, for those of you who have never watched me before, this is the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am your host, Big Pontiac, also known as 8Win, also known as the Time Lord, friend, dad, advisor. And I am the holder of the sacred ball field and ball game that was created by the Hero Twins. And I'm also your galactic daddy-o, welcoming each and every one of you onto my galactic patio from Minnesota to the universe. And tonight we are drinking North Coast beer, their Rasputin, 0.9%, something like 65 EBUs. So pop them if you got them. And look at that. Don't you wish you were me? Don't you wish you were me? Look at that golden goodness. Yes, the stout. But more bitter, like almost the IPA, though. And of course, so pop them if you got them. We are smoking on the Yukon. I think the proper name of it is Evolve Plus XL by Yukon Wolf. So smoke them if you got them. Because I blow big stacks. Welcome. Really smooth day. It was interesting. Lobo showed a video also of what was it? Two minor league colleges or smaller colleges, and you could clearly see where the ball was turned and dropped in, the rotation change. But it was it UCLA played? I caught another one. I caught a good one. And I was sitting in my chair on the side, and I moved over to get a center shot. And sure enough, the channel changed by itself. I was like, these motherfuckers. Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel you. Definitely on top of that. What do you say? Biggie gets his mind right every night. But it's about just, having the high vibrations as you can have. That's what it's about. Raise your vibrations high as you can raise them, no matter how you do it. I'm going to check you out in the afternoon tomorrow. Going to the range early in the AM, my brother. So okay, thank you. It's late. It's really, the daylight savings it's late. Oh, you at Mystic Lake. Oh, you should have taken. Okay, you got to hit me up. I live near Mystic Lake. Cause what's his name? Are you at the concert? Was you at the concert where the dude was doing the Lou Rawls? No, that's down at the Dakota downtown. Okay. I know some of the friends be doing that midnight bingo, because the casino don't close. Ain't no clocks in the casino, but I got some friends that be doing that midnight bingo over there. I was like, where you go with us? But thank you, Brother James, for coming. Definitely have a restful rest for sure. Wellness to you, brother. He's a good brother. Brother James has his own channel. I think it's either that. I think it's under his name. So look him up. You'll find it. It's pretty good. He's a good brother. We've been friends on Facebook for a long time. And on the other channel. So I sent the link out. Maybe it didn't work again. Send it to Brother PJ. So we'll see if he comes in or not. I've been going, okay. Because, I couldn't tell. It wasn't giving me time or anything. So it was like saying I was live, but there was no time or nothing. I was like, But this is how they mess with you. So I bear through it. So um, another cold day up here, but sunny. And yesterday was a prime example of if you think this we still see the sun, or do you think there's a simulator or one or two? Because here it is, I'm coming home, full large sun, full 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock before daylight savings sun, and it's still like about a 30-mile wind, 12 degrees, probably minus one, -2. Full sunny day though. Full sunny day. The simulator's just right there. I don't remember the sun looking so close. Like, sometimes it'd be just this big thing in the sky, and it's like, wait a minute, that didn't used to be like that. Didn't used to take pictures and the clouds be behind the sun. Clouds supposed to be in front. So it appears like the Matrix said, where they killed the sun. Well, I don't think they killed it. I think they can turn the world a different way. And if they can turn the world a different way, it makes you wonder how much of this is real. I mean, would they go through all the bother of having to put up another sun? And as I've said before, I caught another sun. And it could be multiple simulators. Because I've caught 2 suns. Still haven't know how to explain that. Wasn't no that sundog shit. Ain't that shit where you try to say it's bouncing off some shit so it causes the other sun, which we know can't be. Just got off work and relaxed and a drink. Oh, word. Oh, God. Well, as you see, that me too. Me too. Cheers. Definitely cheers. What did they say when they did Cheers? The reason why they did Cheers was to show it wasn't no poison. I guess poison stayed on top, so they wanted everybody to show their drinks. Because you look through history, they was some poison motherfuckers, boy. They would poison a motherfucker in a minute through history. Motherfucking king just die all of a sudden. What was his name? Not Genghis Khan, but I can't think. I'll think it was Dave in a minute, but it's like he supposedly on his wedding night, he married a girl from another tribe, and on his wedding night, she done slipped him some shit and killed him. Because in the TV drama, because he was the one that could have sacked Rome, he had Rome, and just like Hannibal had Rome, and didn't go and get it. So that makes you not believe history. You whooping some niggas' ass, and you done like Hannibal destroyed 300,000 people. There was nothing between him and Rome. Now, I understand, all that killing takes some hours and you're tired, your men hurt, but fuck that. Leave them motherfuckers that can't fight and let's go tear that shit up. That's what really would have happened. And like Dresden, that Dresden bullshit of World War II, the German army had captured the British army, captured them in Dresden and let them go. Let them go. And they want you to believe that they little boats just came across the English Channel and saved everybody, 100 and some thousand men. They let them go, helped them escape. Because you destroy the army, what's next? You take the land, and they couldn't have that. First drink for the year. For the year, 2 more. There you go. I feel you. Rick to Wilkerson, thank you for joining. From New Zealand, I learned a lot from you, bro. Thank you for watching me. Oh my goodness, what time is it there? Oh, it's probably early Sunday morning. What time this is there? 3:33. Uh-oh, look at her. Thank you though for watching me from down under. That's what, early Sunday morning. Because technically it's going on 1 here, because 2 o'clock it goes to 3 o'clock. So the days already, we seeing the days longer. I remember it was getting dark at 4:30. And so already it's staying light till 6. And then we see the month of the long days, which is May. And I'm going to get hella shape in May, because I'm going to be a pickleball player motherfucker. come May. We're going to have snow tomorrow night, maybe snow Monday, but I think it's just going to be rain because it's going to be too warm. And then almost 50s the rest of the week. So I'm going to get a bunch of pickleball in this week. So the weather is, the world, as they say, turn, and they sooner or later got to give us spring. Because winter is really a continuance of the glaciers. If the glaciers existed, the glaciers still happen. The glaciers don't happen until the way they said it happened, but it's still that form of freezing, where it comes and freezes in certain parts of the world, especially the northern parts. Sunday night. Oh shit, I didn't realize Sunday night. Oh wow, Sunday night. Oh, okay. Morning, Nate. And Nate Robinson. Thank you for joining. Manuel, what's up? Of course. Manuel, yeah, this is okay, cool. Yeah, this is Motivate. I ain't got the flashlight. I took the flashlight back in my room. But yeah, this is Motivate. Because Motivate helps with the neurons. Hey, Jay, what's happening? Thank you for the kind words. Can't wait to hoop this week. Spring break, amazing weather. Hey, Chris, thank you for joining. Yeah, so yeah, as the weather changes, I'm definitely going to play a lot of pickleball. I'm going to drag my son up there. If he here in the house, I'm going to drag his ass up there, make him serve the ball to me so I can work on shots. Because at pickleball, there's an intelligence way. It's like if I'm playing across to my right, the angle to my right, normally I'll go baseline right in front of me. As he serves, especially if he serves like really far to my right, I'll slide over to my right and I'll switch hands left-handed and I'll go straight baseline. So it's a lot of little strategies like that. And then I know people that have moves like that and I can anticipate. I'll be waiting for them. Like they may get me once, but that's it. And I got very quick hands. Archiana, thank you for joining me. Oh. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, I miss hooping. Of all the things of getting old, that's what I miss. Now at the Lifetime Fitness we have, they have usually a court of old people and they have a court of younger. But I'm kind of scared to hoop because last time I hooped, I tore my shit. So a little scared. I just bought some tarot cards finally. Should come in Monday. Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple decks here. This is my crystal deck. And then this is my Mayan deck, which I give the divination every night. And then this is a divination book, strictly based on the Mayan way of science, counting. So this book is deep. I mean, it really is. It touches on a couple of things the other things don't touch on. So I have to keep it out so remind me to practice with it because it's a good way to practice. It gives you a kind of a galactic mind a little bit. It's based on the cards, and even the book is based on his teaching, Jose Aguirre's. And even though, he didn't live very much past 9/11, 9/11 blew his mind. So it kind of limited his knowing. I think after 9/11, he really wasn't. I just think he thought it was more than what it was. It kind of blew his mind. Hey, Stacy Ray, what's happening? Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. There's PJ Allen. Oh, it didn't work. But he said in a second. Okay. Okay. So maybe whenever. But yeah. Oh, did anybody see the chicks singing in Spanish on Saturday Night Live? She didn't speak English. She sang in Spanish. Um, First song was kind of bumping. Even the last song, I mean, you couldn't understand it, but you could see it was some kind of slow love song. But what was interesting, the first song, she wore a red dress with a slit down, I guess the left side, and with one arm in a motorcycle jacket. And I mean, she had a very sheer kind of dress, but the motorcycle, I think it said tracker, so a tracker motorcycle jacket. Now, her second appearance, even the song was slow, but she was basically wearing a comforter with sleeves. Now, I want to know where you get a comforter with sleeves. I think that would be a great accessory for at home. But it was a comforter with sleeves. Sure enough, she had, because they showed her before they went to commercial break, they showed her. And she was sure enough wearing a comforter with sleeves. And she started singing and she dropped the comforter with sleeves. That motherfucker was probably hot up under all them lights. But again, art and fashion it's your world. It's your world. So that's how we look at that. I don't, it's your world. ABL, you stepped up your polo game. Your polos don't look at cheap, so you stepped up. You don't throw no Tommy on there or polo on there, which I don't understand. Like if I just wore, if my thing was polo tops, that's all I would wear is Tommy, Polo, Nautica. I would never wear something that just didn't say nothing. Now you can say, well, you're giving advertisement. I'm getting fucking quality too. I'm getting quality. You fucking buy your shit from J.C. Penney's, you ain't getting quality. Walmart, you ain't getting quality. Now, okay, Brooks Brothers, you can get polos from Brooks Brothers. Macy's, you can get shit that don't say nothing on it. It's about quality. You should no reason a man shouldn't look good. I mean, I'm casual and I look good. What does he say? I look real good today. 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 But that's how you should be. You should always be fresh to death. You really should. As you present yourself on this, you should have something that looks presentable. Because this is a stage. This is the new stage. They say the world is a stage. Well, you make your own stage with whatever apparatus you have, whatever apparatus you can put together, and that is your stage. See, I put a light on, nobody's fooled. I put the spotlight on him. Turn on the spotlight, y'all, and put me on the display. My daughter's like, yeah, he's creepy. I need to switch up wardrobes. I have been buying summer shirts now. I bought a few, long sleeve shirts and sweaters because they get like I've said before. This is the best state to shop for fall winter clothes because they getting rid of this shit. You go on to Polos, this should be $200 and some dollars. You come out of that bitch getting it like $30, $40. It was funny. One dude, he had spent. We was at Macy's, and he had bought a polo hoodie, which most of them going about $200. But you get them now, they're a little less. But he had paid $2, and he was looking at the Macy's I was at in Burnsville, and they didn't have the pants to match. I was like, go to the outlet. Go to the outlet out in that's probably Eagan, maybe Eagan. They gonna have the pants to match because they did. But this sweater he bought for $200 wasn't $200 out there. So so this is a great place to buy clothes, suits. There's tailors in town. It's a great place to buy it. Remember, this is the town where they made that shit for fucking Prince. I've been trying to find the place where he made the pirate shirts. You know, Prince used to have a pirate shirt like he had in Purple Rain. I was trying to find that. Where can you get the Purple Rain shirt from, baby? Where can I get the pirate shirt that Prince had in Purple Rain? Somebody send me an email or something. You know, Steinfeld made fun of the puffy shirt. Prince used to wear that puffy shirt. He wore the puffy shirt in Purple Rain. Oh, SD, what's happening? Yes, the whole world is a stage and everybody's playing their part. And you know, the Fantastic Four ain't nothing but the directions. You know, that's all that is. Fantastic Four is directions. That's the four directions, minus the center. But they always give you a brain, so the brain is in the center. Hey, Chris, the world's a stage and it's my concert. Heard that in the song. There you go. No, the coldest shit I heard, it says, "Here I am, I will rock you like a hurricane. I'm coming and I'm not leaving nothing up." Here I am, I'm gonna rock you like a hurricane. Was listening to your show from last night, trying to take a nap and kept waking up. Felt like I was being choked, but somehow every time I shut my eyes, really weird. Any thoughts? Wasn't me choking you, baby. Wasn't it me. Definitely wasn't me. I don't send shit through the thing like that. Now that motherfucker, what was his name? Black Sun, 13th Son. He could hex this shit. He could send some shit. I really ain't gonna put myself out like that. So there's some kind of interference you got in your place. Just smudge, incense, but that definitely ain't coming from me. That ain't coming from me. I don't send that negative shit like that. I don't feed like that. So yeah, you got some kind of energy that you can chase out. Just be thorough with your cleansing. You know, whatever you want to do. You can do a candle. Fantastic Four was a band from Detroit. Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of use that name. Okay, but that I didn't know. I was just talking like music history with my mother, and it's like, oh, she's telling me all these names. Like I was telling her, my father said Diana Ross came over our house back before they hit it big because all of them used to perform at Western Michigan University. My mother's like, nah, she never came over. But she was telling me some names. She said Marvin Gaye wanted to get some. I'm like, okay, you really telling me too much, but she's explaining this. And I guess like Betty Kelly, who sang with Martha Vandellas, had gave me Marvin some. And at the time, I thought Marvin was married to Berry Gordy's mother. Uh, okay, okay, here we go. Well, y'all, we're gonna have a. There we go. Ooh, let's see. Where'd he go? All right. Add to stream. Ah, oh man. Look, what you wearing, man? I can't hear you yet. Yeah, I can't hear you. say say something. Okay, Lorenzo, what's happening? What do you say? Would you send a gift from Alabama, New Zealand to pay one day? Would love to send you a gift from New Zealand to you one day. Oh, well, that'd be nice. Sean sent me some greenstone. Now I lost my piece. That's the only piece of greenstone I got now. Sean sent me a pretty piece of greenstone. So yeah. Um, let me see. Somewhere I wrote my email because I can't really type it. The phone is tied up. But guess I can. No, that's plastic. Ah, no audio. Yeah, yeah, he's not coming through. Are you here? Yeah, for PJ. Yeah, no audio from PJ. Yeah, but where did I put it? And who was I talking shit about my handwriting last night? Oh, what's that? Reminder, microphone. Okay. He might have to come back in. So here's more legible. This is my email. Eagles are the bomb. It's Eagle are the bomb at Gmail. So yeah, he'll have to come back in. He can bring himself back in once he gets it. You know what? I lost. I got ready because I watched Saturday Night Live, and I lost the UCLA game. So who won between UCLA? Was it UCLA and Arizona? Who won between that game? Lorenzo, did you watch that game? Because I lost it. I was watching it, and then I changed the channel and went back, and I don't know if they took the game off. I don't know what happened, but the game wasn't. I couldn't find it. I don't know if ESPN took it off. I don't know what happened, but I was watching the game. Arizona beat them. Okay, UCLA was handling them. I think that's another thing that UCLA probably be back in the Final Four. They still pretty solid. So is Arizona though. Arizona's pretty solid too. State lost. I saw Michigan State lost, and the Gophers men's hockey team lost to Michigan. Chris said, smooth. What's happening? Smooth, mixed, light-skinned goodness. What's happening? Bunch of underdogs tonight. Yeah, I kind of noticed that. You said it was on Fox? Fox. It was on Fox? Huh. Because, like, they took away 2 of my Fox channels and turned them into Bally's. Like, remember the Bally Gyms? That corporation owns 2 of the Fox channels. Yeah, they must have took it off because I was watching it. Man, I was watching it and tried to, after, NBC to my Fox channels ain't that far. Yeah, Iron 5, what's happening? Thank you for joining. Yeah, I was watching it, and then like just to check what time Saturday Night Live, because I like to see the beginning and I like to see the news. It's funny, Michael Che and Jost, they are the highest paid on the show, and they do the least. Well, they're the head writers, but it's like their time on screen isn't that much. Others, but it just shows you how things work. Yeah, Bally replaced Fox. Yeah, Bally did replace some of the Fox shows. Okay, he back in. All right.
Hey.
Okay.
What's going on?
I can't
the
see
chat
you,
tonight?
Can we hear you? Okay, maybe getting it together. There he is.
Yeah, we got a delay.
You still muted.
How y'all doing? What's up, Unc? Can you hear me?
Still can't hear you. You got yourself muted for some reason. I really miss sports. Yeah, I know.
Let's say everybody can hear and see.
Yeah, I'm still not picking you up.
Right here.
And I ain't got you muted. Hey, Chris Topper.
Yeah, smooth, mixed light skin.
Oh, you hear him? I don't hear him. You guys can
Chris
hear him?
Topher.
Can everybody hear him?
Yeah, he said.
Oh, they say they can hear you.
Audio good. Okay. We got a delay.
They can hear you. I can't hear you. So if they can hear you, why can't I hear you?
Let's see.
But they say they can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
I had to switch to the phone because my mic, for some reason, didn't pick up.
Okay, you guys can hear him. I can't hear him. Why can I not hear him? Okay, YouTube, I should be able to hear him. And I don't know why I can't. But if you guys can hear him, what did I do? I don't know. I don't know what's not
They're
bringing
trying
the
to stop us
mic
from
over to
acting up.
me.
That's what that is.
All right, I got an idea. Go ahead and talk for a minute. I got an idea. Okay? Go ahead and take it over for a minute. I got an idea.
What you got? All right. All right.
Go ahead.
Yep. Let me see. Nah, and you know what? I threw this sweatshirt on today, and I was looking through my hats, and it's the only Kelly or pine green type of hat I got. It just so happens to be Eagles. So, how y'all doing tonight or this morning? My NFL team is the Denver Broncos. Been since the late '90s. Growing up here in Ohio, you got people that are Steelers fans, Bengals fans, or Browns fans. You know, I'm kind of odd. I'm not a fool. As a kid, I looked up and seen they were losing a lot. So after I sit up and watch the game, my dad was watching. He was watching the Browns and Broncos game. I saw John Elway out there putting in that work. Became a fan. This was like I was like 9 or 10 years old. So yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely rivals. Y'all done got us for the last couple of years too. Now Russ in town. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. So yeah. So other than that, been partying with a 10-year-old and a 2-year-old grandson. And they had me out there. Yeah, CW, they definitely pissed. Everybody on their heels. We've been losing the last couple of years at that bad. Looking like we need several draft picks and new coaches and everything else. So yeah, SD Wilson, we know what that was about. Wilson threw that ball to that man on purpose because he had two options. He had beast mode, and he could have ran it in himself. So yeah. And Vaughn might be coming back. I don't know if he signed back or not. So Vaughn's got a stacked division. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be number two. Number two in the division because the Chargers and the Raiders, they fools go. Yeah, he played in three. Two different sides. But it was kind of weird to me that he came back or he wants to come back and he's in LA. Yeah, Khalil. They need some defense. He'll help, but he ain't do nothing for the Bears. He's supposed to be a force to be reckoned with. But we'll see. Yeah, Khalil.
All right.
What's up, Lorenzo? He ain't do nothing for the Bears. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. It should work out.
All right.
It should work out with him there, Lorenzo. I can't see it being nothing different.
Hope it ain't too much of an echo.
They setting him up nice.
Yeah.
It should work out with him there, Lorenzo. Now the funny thing is, I can't hear setting him up nice unless I got the computer on. For some reason, it's muted in my phone.
I hope it ain't too much of an echo. But PJ.
Unless I got the computer on. For some reason, it's muted in my phone.
I hope it ain't too much of an echo.
Yes.
But PJ. Because I got the TV on, so that's the only way I can hear you. But tell me that story you told yesterday. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So tell me the story you told me about when you went to your friends took
Which one?
And you wasn't expecting it. Tell me that story. Repeat that story. Okay. So tell me the story you told me about when you went to your friends took.
Which one?
The one where you hooped. Remember they took you out of town and you hooped? Okay. So tell me the story you told me about the one where you hooped. Which one? The one where you
hooped. Yeah. So as a kid, me and my best friend, he was real high in the high school basketball. And
okay, here we go.
So basically, as a kid, me and it's almost like he knew after high school things were different. And I would watch you like, man, you don't like the NBA? And he would just pass it, oh, they play for such and such. Long story short, I think I'm going to play a pickup game in Columbus. Columbus Whitehall, I think it was. Guys up there playing, so we go in there and we tearing them down. I'm like barely 6 foot, catching oops, couple of 3-pointers. All of a sudden, the coach stops the practice. But I didn't find out it was practice. And he said, I don't know where they came from, but they're joining us. And I'm like, okay, what's he talking about? Basically, what me and my best friend did, we went up there. I think he knew it. We went up there and made the All Ohio second team. AAU. And one of the things that happened, because I'm not familiar with.
Because we're getting a lot of echo. You got to turn off YouTube.
One of the things that happened. Yeah, hold on. It's probably me.
Okay. That seemed like that might have did it. Try it.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
It's probably me.
Because I can only hear you through my TV.
Let me see. We delayed like I don't know what though.
Okay. Try it again. Because I can only hear you through my TV.
We delayed like I don't know what though.
Yeah, we delayed. We really delayed. Try it again. Yeah, you have to pause YouTube. Yeah, we delayed. We really delayed. Yeah, pause YouTube.
You got it on the. Okay, yeah. The mic picking up on the phone.
YouTube. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to pause YouTube. Yeah, pause YouTube.
You got it on the.
Okay, I hope y'all don't hear it too much. Hey, CWV, thank you for joining me. He'll come back in when he get it together. I'm looking at myself. I hope it ain't too much of an echo because I still got the TV on. Let me know if you hear the TV echo. I'll turn it off. And so, I mean, it's just things are trying to get it together. That's all. That's all. So, do y'all hear the TV echo? If you hear it, I'll cut the TV echo off. No, I don't think this mic will pick the TV echo up. But that's all right. We all, it's live. This is live. So these kind of things happen live. Nets were playing teams. Nets playing tournament. 1-1. Oh, wow. Good breakdown. Wow. Good breakdown. Yeah, this is going. I'm gonna mute this. Y'all give me a second. I gotta mute this shit. Wow. Good breakdown. Yeah, this is going. I'm gonna mute this. Y'all give me a second. All right. Luckily, the remote was right there. Luckily, the remote was right there. So you really think they're gonna be a playing team? You think that's where the money is? Okay, I'll bring him back in. Keep out the playoffs. Raptors winning games. The Heat. The Timberwolves beat the Heat tonight. Okay, there he is. Is there anything I gotta do? Hit him there. Add the stream. Kick from studio. Yeah. That's all I really have to should do. Okay.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Okay, it's gonna take a minute. Okay, there he goes on the TV. Let me see. I'm still not really hearing you.
You still don't hear me?
Let me see if I hear you over here. I'm not even hearing you. Okay, there he goes on the TV. Okay, let me see if I hear you on the TV. I'm not really hearing you.
You still don't hear me?
I hear you on the TV. Okay. I hear you on TV, so go ahead. I don't think it'll echo from my TV.
Still getting feedback?
I hear you on the TV. I don't hear you here, but I hear you on TV, so go ahead. So
yeah,
go
we
ahead
got it late. Okay, so basically at this time.
No, I'm not hearing feedback anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so basically at this time. No, I'm not hearing feedback.
I hear that in the background. Okay. Yeah, so basically, once we're there, I start seeing guys that got drafted, some Mackie Walker and all them guys from that class. And I go out there and put up a substantial amount of numbers a couple of games, and my boy said, you know, you out there doing that, and them guys with those clipboards up there, scouts. So I think that's the only way I got recruited in my area. Other than that, I feel like they was gonna blackball me because I wasn't down with the reindeer games at that school. I had tried to leave a couple of times, and my parents wouldn't let me. So later on, they understood it. So that was basically that story.
All right, we still hearing a lot of echo. We still hearing a lot of echo. All right, we still hearing a lot of echo.
You hear it now?
Go ahead, let me see.
You hear it now?
Go ahead and test it.
You hear it now? Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I don't think I heard it that time.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay, that might be better.
It's better. Gotta look over here to see the comments on the computer. So basically, I think without AAU, a lot of these kids here in the United States, they're done for when it comes to sports, especially basketball. I had already thought that back in the day. So, say, what do you think about the owner of the Timberwolves?
So you think that AAU is a lot of ways in the sun?
Yeah, it's a big help.
Some new blood.
It's a big help.
New blood for the Timberwolves.
Remember, we talked about how they look at the star or at the kid, as far as the talent. So, remember, we talked about how they look at the star or at the kid, as far as the talent. It's a couple of different time zones we in right now. That's what it looked like, sound like. It's a couple of different time zones we in right now.
Yeah. I know it's late where you at.
Yeah. So can you hear me now, or
Yeah,
are we still delayed?
it's late. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know it's late where you at.
I don't think you can hear me on
So
time.
can you hear me now, or are we still delayed? It's late. It's gonna be a delay, naturally a delay.
Okay.
Yeah,
It seemed like last time we was on here, it was like
but
real,
I don't
like
know.
right on.
Yeah, I don't hear you on time. It's gonna be a delay when I hear you, because I'm
Okay.
hearing you on the TV. I can't hear you through here for some reason.
Okay. Let me see something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to have the conversations like this.
Yeah,
But I
hold
don't
on.
know, man. I don't know how to solve this because
That
I
might
should
this
be able to
might
hear
be
you,
me. This might be me
and you're not
because
coming through
the whole
for me.
thing when I'm sitting here and I was trying to get it together before we got on. Still can't hear me?
This might be me. Okay. This might be me because the whole thing when I'm sitting here, and I was trying to get it together before we got on.
I was trying to get it together. It's like a
Go ahead.
whole 15-second delay or something right now. So,
I mean,
but
I hear you.
yeah,
It's gonna be a natural delay.
okay. So yeah,
It's a natural delay. Yeah, it's a
I had
natural
I
delay.
had I had a pretty eventful day today. Celebrate the daughter's 10-year-old 10 years on Earth,
It's a natural delay.
and they worked me. They worked me. You know how it is.
Celebrate the daughter's 10-year-old.
They worked me. And then to add to that, we got the 2-year-old grandbaby. And yeah, I was like, as soon as you called, we were going over my sister-in-laws, and I knew by that time it was time to head back to my side. So, but yeah, what you had going on during the early parts of the day?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got to cut this, man. It's not really turning out too good.
Yeah,
Getting still
I
a
get
lot
in
of
the chat.
bad. I don't know. It's cut off for some reason.
We'll figure it out.
So
I think it's something on my end more so though.
we'll try it another time.
We
All right.
will. We will.
All right. Okay. We'll see you. All right. I'm sorry about that. We tried. We tried. And we'll figure it out. We'll get the bugs out because he had a lot to say. And I ain't going to tell his stories. I'll let him tell his stories. I'll bring him back on another day. But we tried, and that's all we can do is try. You know, we try to set up and get other people exposed and or I mean exposure, not exposed, but exposure. You know, give him to come out here and tell his experiences. Because we all have experiences that somebody else might be interested in. So thank you for bearing with us. We tried. The audience can hear you both. Yeah, we're hearing a repeat. I'm hearing a bad repeat through him. I was hearing a bad repeat. People in another stream was talking fine in the StreamYard. Oh, okay. It was a huge delay. Yeah, it's a delay too, because if I'm trying to hear him on TV, because I don't know why I can't hear him. I should have been able to hear him on my system. There's nothing that should have cut him off from me hearing him. And there was something cut off. So I don't really know how to fix that because he should have just came right through. So it's some fuckery involved. All you can do is try. Yeah, that's all we can do. We can try it again. We'll try it again and get it right. I looked at some more equipment today and I was like, man, ugh, A or B. A or B. That's what kind of was looking at. It's like, man, what is the decision? So, and it's like I said, I found something to put on this whole back wall because I'm gonna paint this back wall, but I found this thing I want. And it's on Pinterest. And as I said before, I erased my phone to give it to my son. It's all right. It's all right, PJ. We'll get it. We'll get it next time. It's all right. It's all right. And so it's like I found it again. I was like, I can still order this shit. But then I gave him the phone. There was a couple things I didn't take out of the phone. But what's funny about PJ, if you hear this, it was like, since I'm wearing this green, I was about to wear that hat. We was gonna have the same hat on. And it's like I went to the bathroom and look what matched the green, and I'm like, this matches a little better. And remember, it wasn't us that wanted to take this off. You know, the woodland community was the biggest community that wanted to keep this symbol, because this is based off of East Coast woodland, dude. Not mongrels that grew, that came from Canada. Now this is what's interesting. What do they tell you in the cowboy movies? These people went from teepees, they took up their teepees and they walked around. That's what they tell you. Go up in Genghis Khan's area and see what them people do. Same damn thing. Follow the buffalo, water buffalo, whatever the fuck they chase on the Russian steppes. Which a lot of that Genghis Khan shit don't make no sense because nobody ever lived up there, but that's another story. But this is something I noticed. Like, I don't know if anybody ever noticed that you meet Mexican people that look like they Chinese. I don't know if anybody ever witnessed that before. You meet people from Mexico that look like they Chinese. I know I can't be the only one that sees this. You see people from Mexico, you don't know if they're Mexican or you don't know if they're Chinese. I have met people from Mexico that live here now, but they look just as Chinese as the people from China. So that just shows you. And that ain't from when they brought them over to work on the railroads. This is before. So I'm just rambling. Time sprung forward. It's 3 a.m. here. Damn. Yeah, it's about one something here. Yeah, they made the Indians the enemy. Exactly. You set time. No, you go forward, Bernetta. You go forward. Time goes forward tonight, not back, forward. Time goes forward. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I saw it. Okay. Yeah, some black people look Chinese, kinda. I have never saw a pure American Indian look Chinese. I've never witnessed that before, CW. Like KD, he don't look Chinese. He looks more Australian. Yeah, you go forward, put your phone to do it automatically. You ain't even got to mess with them. They do it automatically. But it don't happen till 2. So at 2, it go to 3. Like PJ said, where he at, it already went because it's 2 there. So the time already went up. So it's going to be late, short night for him. I don't know what time my daughter woke up. I didn't care. I ain't go to bed sleep until about 3:30, 3:45. And this is what's interesting. When I used to do my show last year, I would do it until about 3:30. You'll start hearing the birds chirping. Going on 4. You start hearing the birds chirping. Oh, okay. Got this. At 3:30 when it's dark. So I'm going to take advantage. I'm going to get in great shape in May. I'm going to be out on them courts about 6:30 and play whoever want to play. And about 4 o'clock, the adults come, but I'm gonna hit I'm gonna go to multi-states, but I'm gonna hit multi-courts in this area, play against everybody. Because I think I'm a bad motherfucker. As I've said, I'm a pickleball playing motherfucker. Mixed people can look all kinds of ways. Some look white, some look black, some look mixed or Hispanic. Yeah. Raptors winning the unexpected game seemed to fix. They beat the Suns and the Nuggets. Yeah, because tonight, I said, the Timberwolves beat the Heat, played pretty good. Was in 3 different time zones that fast. Yeah, that fast. Absolutely. Yep, that fast. In the NBA 2K video games, my player made your best friend dies. They showing how they do the blood set. Wow. Okay. Wow. That is deep. In 2K16. Okay. I remember that. He was a kind of wild, like a loose cannon, easy to get rid of. Wow. I don't remember that one. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that. Again, I'm not a video gamer. But like on the real, what's interesting is, and I don't know if anybody really follows this, but in South Dakota, they are experimenting, and it's been going on. This ain't new. For the last probably 2-3 years, they've been experimenting and snatching up Native women. And I don't know what it is, but it's like You go from 19 and maybe even before then. And really, if you read the Killing of the Flower Moon, it tells you how long they've been going after these natives. But now it's something different. Back then it was going after their land, but now it's something different. Like they want these women. They want something about the native women where they and it's and you got to understand this. Take the state of Tennessee and Georgia. Do you know how the Europeans got that? How the American government pretty much got that? They took barrels and barrels of liquor, got these people liquored up, and then had them sign some bogus shit. And then they got whole states. These people thinking they giving a park away. No, you've given whole states. And it's the same way as the crack. They bring in the crack and then prosecute us for selling the shit that they bring in. I mean, look up Gary Webb, but look up when the CIA director, they had a city hall. Look that one up, because I watched that shit as it was live. I don't know what the one of the local, I don't know if the local, but I watched this shit as it was happening. That shit, ABC News or somebody put it on. And you know, after that city hall with the LA people, the Compton people, and people that lived in the hoods that suffered, that CIA director resigned. And they assassinated Gary Webb. They assassinated him because he broke that shit open. What they did. Now, did they want that learned? That shit with Oliver North was all a joke. Didn't do shit to Reagan. Everybody loved Reagan. Reagan was behind that shit. He signs the checks. He's the commander in chief. What are they going to say? Well, you know, I didn't know they were bringing that cane in there. You know, they brought me a line or two every now and then, but I didn't know they were bringing it in like that. As I said, what Scarface did is Scarface made people look up the fucking snitches, government agents, because you can't tell me, like, look up Yo MTV Raps when they talk about what most rappers' favorite movie was. It was Scarface. And you know what they say? Because of the come up. You see an agent acting in a way that helped the government. So he was an agent. And then this agent was allowed to sell cocaine. Because remember Omar that got hung from the plane? Omar was the agent. So do you see, they put him with another agent right away. Now, of course, it was like a sacrifice for him. I mean, if you really looked at Scarface, Omar was a sacrifice for Scarface to start making his money. I mean, I don't know, a lot of people probably didn't catch that, but that's what it was. Especially hanging him, he was the hanging man, you know, because the hanging man can change directions too. So I don't know if a lot of people, but it was interesting how many of these rappers loved this agent. And you saw he came up. If you come up and you gotta trade your people in, put somebody, you know something, and you use that as an informer, you work for them people. There's them people and them people. So you're a government agent. So of course he got the reward and everything, but it's like all these rappers telling you they like these government agents. It ain't one big dope dealer. If you know their name, that's some made up shit and they work for him. Ricky Ross, he worked for him. They let Alpo out. Alpo killed 30-some people. Military killed like that. I mean, really look at all the murders that started in LA. I've said this over and over again. Look at that shit. Only the government can kill like that. Only the military can kill like that. You can't tell me that in these common cities that there's so many people mad at each other that 30, 40, 50 people shoot people in a day. That's mind control. That ain't, you can't tell me things are that bad. Things are not that bad where 50 people decide in one day we just gonna shoot a motherfucker. It's the boiling pot. There are 50 people. I don't care if it's Chicago with 9 million people. I don't care if it's here with 3 million people. I don't care if it's New York with 13, 14 or LA with 15, 16 million. There ain't 50 people that just like, fuck you, I need to shoot your ass, that have that same mind frame. Matter of fact, what killed the Taste of Chicago, which was probably the best taste in the country, was the Taste of Chicago. Every block not only had ethnic food up and down the blocks, but they had stages on every block. The shit was nice. Downtown by the stadium, nice. And one weekend, 6 people got killed at this event. And it had been like how long it went, nobody had ever got killed. But one week it was like 5 or 6 people got killed at the Taste of Chicago. And at that time, that those 6 people getting killed was more people that died in Iraq that day. Again, you think that's random? You think that's random at a festival, and a festival probably only gonna draw maybe 1 million, maybe. That it was 6, 7 people in there just, I am so mad. I'm going to this festival, and I'm going to this festival despite me being so mad, I'm going to kill. I mean, do you think that people have that same high mind, that they're that mad where they just going down there, take their gun, they got to kill? Or does that sound like Manchurian candidates? Or does that sound like military agents, government agents? Doesn't that sound like that? It ain't random like they try to make you. They try to make you think that this black on black shit is random. This shit ain't random. Like I said before, if you looked at The Matrix 2, which was around 02, 03, whatever it was one automatic pistol in this country. One. In that movie, where you see, I don't know if it's the Ghost, it's Morpheus, one of them got a Ruger automatic with an extended clip. Now they tell you that they can get this little metal piece that's easy to machine or ghost, and it's in the streets all of a sudden. Just one of these niggas came up with some shit that can make the pistols be automatic. That's military shit. That ain't no accident. And that's what's going on here. That it's like these shootings is allowed. Dope dealing has always been allowed with the cooperation between the cities. It's somebody in the city that's always been cooperating with any dope dealer in any city or police. It ain't never went, the history of dope dealing in America, it has never been where the police, the mayor, somebody in charge of the city didn't know who was dealing dope and gave approval. Because when you're talking about big money, it's a lot of motherfuckers that want big money and don't give a fuck how they get the money. So don't think it's just Jimmy can just set up and sell crack for 3 or 4 months, and then Jimmy builds up to a big 8, and then before you know it, Jimmy's getting that key, and now Jimmy's selling keys. It don't work like that. Don't fucking work like that. It's cooperation, and it is cooperation with officials in every city. And if you don't think that's how it works, you're very naive. Well, how do you think Bill Clinton got his rise? Do you know all the cocaine that went through his state? It was Mexico or from South America to fucking Arkansas. Look it up. That's out there. You can find that. That's why he got the rise he got. But remember, they put him in the picture with Kennedy. No accident. No accident. They knew he was in the bloodline. Pushed him there. Okay, I'm so behind on comments. Let me see. Simmons, he played the script. He has to be a hero. Could be. What did I miss from? What did you say? SD had a story. For sure, the real reason. I'm real behind. I blab my mouth. Okay, let me see. They let a lot of celebs in either car accident, plane crashes, or disguised as an overdose. Yeah. To keep kids off of drugs campaign. Yeah, there you go. It was actually Ben Simmons' cousin. Whoa. It was his cousin. He had multiple sacrifices. I believe us messing with it mentally. That's why he's having trouble. Could be. Some people, especially women go crazy. Yankees need to do something for free agency. Simmons would never get over that mentally. It's hard for some people. For sure. That's the real reason. Wow. Simmons, he played the script. He's the hero. We'll see. Yeah, that is some sad shit. Nets' whole point of getting Harden was to get Steph Curry and Simmons. That's how you know trades are scripted. That's a good point. That's a real good point. Because Simmons needs a Seth Curry. They probably gonna reward him with a ring soon with the Nets if he gets his mind right. I don't think this is gonna be the year. If Simmons goes to the Rockets and Harden goes to Philly, where would the Nets get him? I think Adam Silver tells these superstars where to sign free agency. Well, yeah, of course they do. Of course they do. I mean, they know who got the money. They know. But they've already put it through a simulation. Just like you can set up your own simulation with your NBA and make it play the season, and then you just be in the playoffs. You just control the playoffs. They do the same thing. They got those same kind of simulations, and they look at the suspected jersey sales, ticket sales, merchandise sales. They look at all that as they move these chess pieces around. Like I was in Lids yesterday, and Lids already selling them Russell Wilsons. You know, they giving them away. They wasn't cheap, but it was like more expensive than what I wanted to pay for a used Russell Wilson, where they don't play with him anymore. Did you see China is in a lockdown because the spike in COVID cases? Only one person can leave the house every 2 days. Damn. Check out Industry Hoax channel. Okay, Devin. Every 2 days. God damn. Wow, I'd put the children out the second day. Like, nah, me and your mama staying in the house. Y'all got to go. Get your asses out here. Me and mama staying in the house. This is a funny story. My children, if I try to be with their mother and, having some adult time, these little motherfuckers would look under the door. They're like, what are you doing in there? And they would like start looking under the door. Of course, the bed always blocked the door, so they couldn't see shit. But these little motherfuckers would be under the door trying to see what's going on. And then, of course, the older was like, "We don't need any more babies around here." Yeah. I'll check that channel out though. I'm a Polynesian Pacific Islander, Maori from Into. I'll admit a lot of Pacific Islanders look Asian. Yeah. But I really think like what you got to look at is that they hate to admit this shit, but they know if you look at people, the omen, it appears like, and I don't that Pangea and the shit moving, all the shit is like it is. This shit is like it is. All that moving shit, that's some bullshit. The shit was, there's always been a freezing, and then there's always been a thawing. I'll give it that. And so there's been but I'll say this even more importantly, people have always known about the world. This shit, Marco Polo, this motherfucker came from nowhere. That is all bullshit. The people around the world knew of each other. No internet, no telephones, but the people of the world knew of each other because the people of the world have always moved around the world. Now, you look at the people in Australia and you look at the omen in America, these are very similar. However, the people in Australia did not bind their heads. So you see they are two different people. You've got the people that bound their heads, and the Australians didn't bound their heads. So these are two separate systems. And both systems, what was near them, they island hopped. And got more and better sophisticated charts, waterways, more and sophisticated. They think that motherfuckers that lived long ago, as I said before, we getting dumbed down. History is not going up. History is going down. We was at 1 billion and some shit. History is 1 billion and some shit. And we into like 19 some shit. And they tell you it's coming up. No, this shit's going down. Yep. I would love to go into entertainment. My name equals 201. If I could sell out, I would get sacrificed. Well, it's a lot of people to join you. Like that shit with R. Kelly. Do you know how people just throw their children as stars? These dumb motherfuckers get on there like, well, you know, we didn't know. No, all y'all knew. All y'all knew and accepted it. That's the hypocrisy. All of them knew and accepted it. This ain't nothing new. And we only talking like R. Kelly hot in the 90s. This shit been going on since the 40s and 50s. Look at Shirley Temple. I mean, if you don't think this shit ain't been going on forever, fucking look at Shirley Temple. She always was just a man taking care of her, wearing bloomers, rubbing men in their face and shit. And the most famous one is Shirley Temple went into the producer's office. He whipped his shit out on her. And she supposedly giggled at the motherfucker. And she's riding home with her mom. Is like, Mom, you won't believe just what happened to me. And the mother said, you won't believe what just happened to me. Look up Natalie Woods, how she was brutalized by Kirk Douglas. And nobody ever did nothing. Brutalized at 14, 15. Brutalized. So bloody she had to be taken to the fucking hospital. Tore up and shit. And her mother's like, well, if we turn you in, if we turn him in, we won't get no parts. This is how they think. This is hypocrisy that we watch. And all these girls talking about R. Kelly when they first met him. I ain't never been starstruck. I'm like, I'll see motherfuckers, hey, what's happening, motherfucker? What's happening? Ain't sitting there like, you know, me and Larry Jordan yell at the motherfuckers. They gawking at Jordan, Michael. We sitting there drunk yelling, what the fuck is y'all watching? This motherfucker's trying to sit there and have a drink. What the fuck y'all doing? Motherfuckers just stand there just to be in the room and shit. This is how ignorant and how starstruck motherfuckers be. This nigga can't just go smoke a cigar, have a motherfucking drink without 300 people gawking. Gawking. Well, you know, we were in the room with Mike. I think he farted and I got a little bit of that fart, you know? People. Just people. As I told the story of my friend, Jordan up in there, in some kind of way, they was fucking with a ball while he was watching the shoot. The ball came to him, and my boy peeked in and was like, oh, I thought Dr. J was in here. Oh, I guess Jordan threw the ball at him. He's like, I'm letting they both make us. But he's like, I thought it was Dr. J. It's just Mike, you know? I started watching basketball, D-Wade with Marquette, and then he got drafted. I became a Miami fan. Okay. Well, a lot of people became their fans. Like we were first down there. I was bringing back Miami gear because, you know, I shit for years. I went down there once a month, maybe sometime 2 or 3 times a month. And so I started bringing back gear and dudes was like buying the gear from me and shit. I never thought that shit was, the gear was weak. I thought. I had the first starter jacket of the Timberwolves when they came out. I was up here. I bought that motherfucker. Adam Silver, Tell the Stars, where's the script's gonna be? Yeah. D-Wade sold out. He made some sacrifice. Oh, definitely. If I was his ex, I'd be looking out. His cousin in 16. I met Wade's mom in Austin. Okay. Yep, very wild. Hey, B Brown, what's happening? That's Big Pond. Seems like you see more sports betting commercials than beer commercials. Definitely. And the DraftKings, the bitches throwing signs and shit. She's holding this shit, you know. And it's just fun. And I'll tell you, of all the videos I lost on my other channel, the one I got on Reggie Miller, where Reggie Miller throw about 8 or 9 signs. I mean, I've never watched a Mason throw as many signs as Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller was like a 10-minute setter. He had a long set. And Reggie Miller threw about 7 or 8 signs. He is just like throwing constant signs. Most of them throw a simple sign to show they with the shit. But not Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller was throwing several signs. Mandras. I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker's all into dark magic. Uh, Pacific Islanders have Asian in them. Well, I think y'all looking backwards on that. Y'all looking backwards on that. Because what you got to look at is look at them people, look at the people that went into Asia, into southern China. There's a lot of people still there. They don't look like the people look today. So it's a lot of Oman people that started with it, China. I mean, the people, what did Public Enemy say? Fear of a Black Planet? It was a time where this was just a melanated planet. The people was melanated. I mean, that's just the way it was. There's no way getting around that. Now, I'll say this though. Melon ain't just dark. There's a lot of different shades of melon. It ain't just the blackest blue. It is a lot of different shades of melon. But we know the history basically of when there was a change, roughly very ancient, very new history. And a lot of that Caesar shit, that shit probably didn't happen. I mean, these motherfuckers have made art and made all this lies of shit that they never happened to give them a history. I mean, look at the religion. The religion is nothing copied but the fucking Egyptian and Babylonia. Look at their religion. It is nothing but copies of other things. So you don't think their history is a copy of other things? That is the, I'll say, of all the things these mud flood motherfuckers do, that's the best thing they said is how history ain't true. And you listen to these stories and they wrote these books, this shit is fairy tale shit. The shit they teach you in school, some of this history might only go back 150, 200 years. Very likely it only go back that far. Now, again, are we in a simulation? What are we in? And I thank the mud flood people for that, because that is probably, of all the bullshit they talk, that is probably the most true part that they brought out. This shit ain't as old as they try to make you think. And it is very possible that they started civilization over with teenagers. That's very possible. Motherfuckers forget. Or raised them like we see on the anime. Raise people from I didn't bring my cigar over. God damn. Okay. Sold out for 3 rings. Yeah. Look at what Shaq's stepfather was his handler, and shit. Soon as Shaq won, 5 points tonight. The guy is a made dude, not real talent. Yeah, Conley. Thank you for joining. Shit, fucking Edwards didn't have a hell of a hooping night. He only had about 11, 14, 15 points. And he had games like that. He smiled when intervened by George Stephanopoulos. I remember hearing same noise in their bedroom. If I knew what was going on, I started hollering like a wolf, acting like I was doing it by sleep. My brother used to tell like motherfuckers talking shit about my family and shit. You know, motherfuckers just, as they used to call it, just playing a dozen talking shit. And my brother, now my brother was young when he was around all my partners. He was a little boy. I mean, like 5, 6, 7. You know, little. So when I'm like 12, 13, he's still we 5 years apart. So he's still fairly young. So when I'm 10, he only 5. So I'm 11. You know, he's still fairly young. And they just told one of my friends that because again, very intelligent child. So he could talk shit. He learned to just talk shit. And he said he had caught my folks. Because some motherfuckers talk shit. He's like, yeah, Joey said that he caught your parents and your dad jumped up off your mom. I'm like, I had never heard that story before, so I like kind of laughed. I'm like, okay, I never caught him. And like, shit. I think until I find it, like, no matter, well, when I lived at home, when I came home, I walked in their bedroom, kissed my mother when I came home. I even did that shit after being gone for a year. When I came and lived with them that summer, when I came in the house, I kissed my mother before I went to bed. Fuck what y'all doing. Fuck your sleep. I'm kissing my mother every night when I'm up in this motherfucker. But I did that from the time I drove. Even like, some nights you motherfuckers have to stay out. But when I came in the house, if I made it in curfew, which was 2, I think, if I made a curfew, I'm walking in there kissing my mother. And that's how they would say, well, we knew you weren't there. You didn't come over and come home and you didn't come kiss me. I was too tired to kiss you. You're fucking lying. You weren't here. That's true. uh, so I never, I didn't even know my mother was really fine until I got older. Motherfuckers was telling me how fine my mother was. Islanders, they got Asian in them. Yeah, they ain't going for that. They more they got more Australian in them. It's just the fact that they do like most Hispanic people have some black in them, but they don't want to hear it. I don't know. I don't know. The Spanish came over so early and didn't kill everybody. He had 8 points. Okay. Yeah, Edwards only had about 15, 16 his damn self. Carly who? Conley. 2000 what draft? Uh, what? I don't think these rappers write their songs, any of them. Not most of the time they don't. Most of the time they don't. I agree with that. Most of the time they don't. You can tell by the lyrics and just the overall vibe. Got a whiff for the fart. 7 is shaped like a sickle. And number 7 represents Grim Reaper. His nickname, Slim Reaper. Yeah. Damn, I need one of them Timberwolf starters. Yeah, they got the hats too, the snapbacks. Shit, next time I go out there, I'll pick you up on them snapbacks if you wear them. Because that's what they're getting rid of now. They're getting rid of all them snapbacks. Yeah, his ex needs to move away for a different country. They can, if they can afford it. Melanin is anybody, pretty much. Not white, Hispanic, Indians, blacks, all melanated, and mixed people. Yeah. I think I can concur with that. Some white have melanin. No, everybody has melanin. It's just different forms of it. Everybody has it. You should say African instead of blacks. Okay. I guess I do slip sometime. But the Australians were more aware before whoever, and I mean, that's what it appears like. It appears like the Australians is the one that went into Africa. We know that a lot of people came from India that went into Africa. Dr. Winters points that out, and so does Ancestral Productions, where a lot of people came out of India going into Africa. So that's how they broke the out of Africa theory and showed that it was impossible, because you got a lot of tribes that came out of India that settled in Africa. So, and the people from India pretty much came from them islands too. They came from Australian folks. Even more African, they shouldn't say African American either. Yeah, we don't have any hardly African in us at all. I mean, if you look at the broad numbers, like a guy was on Darknet X channel or whatever he's called now, something of thought. But a dude was saying, 300 years, because again, all that shit, that numbers of 400 years is broke down. It ain't even 300 years. Really, the only slavery that you would consider real slavery was Jim Crow that happened in the 1870s. Because slavery, all that TV shit, that was not slavery. You had people that sharecropped. That's why they don't want to tell you that brothers fought for the Confederacy. Sharecropping has existed for a long time. Now, what Sly brought up about European slaves still existing in the South, debtor slaves for Europeans existed heavily in the South. That's why they use that other word, you contract person, to hide the European slavery. More slaves came from Europe debtor slaves came from Europe and went to Australia. It's millions that came over here. And they sent a lot of murderers to Australia, but more motherfuckers came over here. More murderers came over here. That's why do you think they murdered so easy? Why do you think most of these people over here, first generation, murder so easy? They arm these psychopaths. That's why I read in the book 400 Years of White Slave. I think it's called American Privilege or something like that, but 400 years of white slavery. And maybe that ain't the name of it. I'm just talking shit. I forget. I'll have to think about it. Patty Mills pretty much looks black, but he Australian. He don't look black. He look like he come from somewhere else. He don't look like a motherfucker you'll see. Sharecropping been around for so long time. You got it right. Oh yeah, that was. Look, when they try to tell you that you had to go out there and they was gonna whip you and you work for somebody else, that's not efficient. That is not efficient. To wake up groups of motherfuckers and make them go out, it is more efficient to get individuals to work plots of land. It is more efficient. It is not efficient to what they tell you. Motherfuckers just get up and say, okay, here's another one for you. Remember in the Nat Turner movie where they knocking motherfuckers' teeth out to feed them because dudes went on a hunger strike because they didn't want to be slaves? Okay, how you going to eat after that? How's he going to eat after that? You busting his teeth out, you making him more unhealthy than him going on a hunger strike. So, yes, it was the slavery you see in the movies, that shit is not what happened. As I said, study what they did. Study all these foreign generals, 70 foreign generals. Look it up. It's out there. 70 European generals. And I don't talk about European. I mean motherfuckers they brought. And look at how many is Jewish faith, of course, but that's a different story. And look at the attacks. Look at the attacks on Jewish faith people. And let me get this right. Christians attacking Protestants. Look at the numbers and attacks of Protestants in Kentucky and Tennessee. Look at them numbers, and you tell me that's random. Look at how many Protestants they wiped out. Remember, the Protestants settled the country. And they tell they sent Grant to the West to conquer the West, but whose idea was it to go after these towns of Protestants and pretty much wipe them out? That's some thought to it. Now, what we know as slavery, that's Jim Crow. That started right after they took the troops off the South, which really didn't make a big difference. They only put 50,000 troops in the South to defend. Who going to defend Louisiana with 50,000 troops? Who going to defend Texas with 50,000 troops? I mean, it was an impossible task. So you can't look at that part of history and say, well, if they'd have kept the northern troops out there, no, there wasn't enough. There was no way you could have sent 50,000 people into Texas and you going to make a difference. Hey, we're catching you guys. You're still fucking with these people. No, and people give the White League. People don't think about that. The White League is like really studied what the Kennedys did, who they had to fight in the 60s to change a lot of these Jim Crow laws. It was the White League. And this is where they systematically put in the Jim Crow. And that goes into white slavery. Who do you think they made the majority in the South? Who do you think they gave the power to? They gave the power to the people that was considered poor white trash. It ain't that they gave it back to the Southerners, because a lot of them Southerners got wiped out too. That's the myth. They put the lower class in charge. I mean, what do we see in these raids? What do we see in Tulsa? Looting. Only poorer people loot, richer people. Wilmington, looting. But Tulsa's the best example. Rosewood. Remember Rosewood said, I ain't got a piano. Dude said, you don't even know how to play the piano. Again, poorer people looting, killing richer people, more successful people. Rosewood and Tulsa was there, and the oil. Tulsa was about the oil too, if it happened. So you have a dark skin to be black. So you got to have dark skin to be black? No, it's, what did James Brown say? I got sold and I'm super bad. The sold of folks. Soul. So that's what it is. It's if you got soul. I mean, it used to be soul brother. When you call a person brother, it was soul brother. So when Zach break it down and say brother, means 42. No, the whole thing is soul brother. It ain't just brother by itself. Yes, we shortened it. Hey, what's up, bro? But the original word was soul brother. That was the original phrase. Soul brother. You call a person a brother, that's church. That's one of my, but soul brother. What they call James Brown, soul brother number one. Soul brother. That's what brother means. It means a soul. And there's only one people on this Americas that's considered the people of the soul. Right? Wrong? Wasn't James Brown soul brother number one? I got soul. And I'm super bad. I got soul. Souls. And his mom, black Australian. Okay. Blacks come in different shades. Yeah. Has I'm pale, I'm half and half, but consider there ain't no half and half. Hey, there's no such things as half and half. There's no such thing. Under their own rules, if you got one parent that's melanated, that makes you melanated. And that's the rules that's set up for the last 150 years. If one drop, that's what they say, one drop, and that's good. So that mixed shit, no. I mean, again, now with their numbers dying, of course, they want to, they want to change the rules and say that mixed shit makes a difference. But it's no thing is mixed. I get on my children all the time. No, you're not mixed. No, you're only melanated. You got one person melanated, that makes you melanated. Melanin is dominant. I told the story of Australian squirrels. They brought Australian squirrels in Battle Creek, Michigan, because it flooded. And what flooding can do is create a lot of rats, a lot of snakes. So they brought these black squirrels in. Go to Battle Creek, Michigan. You don't see any brown squirrels. All, like 99% of the squirrels are black because melanin is dominant. I mean, look at my son, City. You look at his mother. His mother's pale. And how melanated he is. You'd never know other than they look alike. They look alike. I mean, it's just a darker face, but it's the same face. All my children are starting to look like their mothers. I talked to my oldest child, though, and he had a mustache, and he reminded me of my dad so much. I was like, damn, he looks like my dad and my grandfather. It's like, wow. But seeing him in his 30s, I got a picture of him as a baby up here. It says, I am light brown. Both of my parents are also, so I'm not black. I would say if you want to be black, that's on you. But it's like if you got one parent that they say is American Indian, that makes you one. So it's soul. That's what it is. It's soul. We come from people of the soul. How did the Earth, Wind, and Fire song go? We are people of the mighty, mighty people from the soul. It might be Sun, I don't remember. I can sound my answers because the answers, but it's soul. Soul, the people from the soul. And there's so many interpretations you can make of that. So that mixed shit, that's nothing. That them trying to make up some shit. Well, there's this new kind of people, they're a little bit of this. No, it ain't that. Under their own rules, it's one drop. One drops makes you have soul. So let me put a baby in you and you'll have soul. disrespect here. No disrespect. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going off. How long? Oh shit. Okay, and it's what? Well, it's got to be late. Got to be late. Sorry for all the problems, but that's okay. We just trying. We just trying. And I've had the very same thing happen to me, where I went in on somebody and I'm the one echoing and shit. Couldn't figure it out. So that's all right. We'll try again when opportunity comes. Start having guests and shit again. So, because everybody has a beautiful story. You know, everybody has a beautiful story, and each story is unique. That's why each one of us is unique, because we do have a beautiful story to tell. I mean, most people, you watch me, you have love in your heart. You ain't no stone cold person. I mean, I know a lot of people was asking about Jeffrey and stuff, and he's frustrated on certain things, but still, I never felt that he didn't have some type of love in his heart. He had a lot of hate too, but I think overall he still had love in his heart. It's just once you see what happens is young people start being aware, and it's almost like the opposite of Rodney Piper's movie. It's almost like they have the glasses, and then when you become aware, they can tell you aware. So it's almost opposite of what you see, where you have the glasses on, can see. It's almost like opposite, where once you become aware, they can see that you're broken out of your mold. You are no longer in the mold. I think it's more like that. They can tell when we quit believing they bullshit. I mean, sometimes how you try to fake it and motherfuckers can just tell. How do you know I'm faking it? You don't know me. But that's what happens. It's like you break the mold and you're not like them anymore, and they can kind of tell you're not like them. And so they start putting these things in motion because, again, this first wave sees you not like them. So they push it up the ladder and they push it up the ladder. And so every time you try to do something, they're seen. And then there's the watchers that know who's definitely going to break the mold. And so they watch you from the time, they got their hand in your shit since you a little person. They're injecting because they want to make sure you don't wake up when you normally wake up, or become aware or become present. They try to the watchers try to put that shit to keep stepping you, so you evolve slower on seeing how this thing is. And it doesn't stop. I'm 60 and I'm still seeing this shit. As I said, this picture right behind me, 5-6 inches would have changed the world for me. 5-6 inches more one way would have changed the world for me. So do you see how long they can put this shit in? I know you can say, well, they didn't. Yeah, it's like that. They have the ability to even fucking move the field, especially knowing how sacred the field is going to be to me one day. So yeah, they got the ability to move the field. Oh, this motherfucker about to do something. But I've seen too many things that just don't make sense. So I know that all these things are possible. Now I accept what I am in my place in life. I accept. I'm a humble living person. I live within my means. I don't try to get shit I know I can't pay for. I don't go to try to live somewhere I know I can't pay for. I live within my means. I drive a car that I can afford. Food's not hard to come by. World, food's out there. I don't sit on here in front. I live within what I am myself. I like to dress nice. There ain't nothing gonna change. I could drive a goddamn Model T and I'll be the cleanest Model T driver and motherfucker in the world. And have just as much confidence driving a Model T as I drive my Freestyle. because I believe in me. I believe in me. I love me. And I don't love me to the point where I disregard other people. No. But I feel supremely confident. Ain't that what Ali said? I'm supremely confident I can't be beat. I can't be broken. I learned very early, you got to fight, even though you want to cry. That shit hit so in home. That shit, when I read that shit at A&T, I was like, that's the fucking what it is. That's what it is. Motherfucker knock you down, knock you silly, and you still get up and you face them again. And that's the biggest thing, is know yourself. and don't get sucked in as above, so below. Shit. As below, so above. You know, what does he say? If motherfuckers quit believing in us, we disappear. That's pretty much how belief works. If you stop believing, if everybody stopped believing, all them images, all that big one in Brazil, all that, and that big one in Brazil, that's definitely a lock. Fuck going to Brazil. Why would you want to go into that lock they got in Brazil? What do you think they put that thing there for? What do you think them 4 heads is there for? You don't see that shit as a lock? And then they steal technology from other people. I talked about that the other day. The motherfucking Cleopatra's Needle in New York. Why do you think they needed that? Why do you think they needed that? And it's on ley lines. And you don't think we live under fucking wizards? Ain't Jesuits. It's them peoples. But them peoples is wizards too. You look at the rest of the world, don't have nothing to learn how to make guns, but one area know how to make guns, but not the area that came up with gunpowder. So these motherfuckers don't even come up with gunpowder, but yet they can make guns. Not the people that invented gunpowder. How does that make sense? I think the Great Wall showed you they did have cannons. They did have cannons. But how did this one group of people able to develop the gun? How did they jump that technologically ahead of everybody else in the world, when everybody else in the world was pretty much equal? How could that happen? That can only happen through magic. That can only happen through a type of corruption. And I think these motherfuckers became unfroze. That's what I think. 13th, 14th century, these motherfucking wizards, when they was froze before, because that's, again, hell is cold. If you die and go to cold, that's hell. Hell is cold. This is what they fear. They fear the cold. You ain't gonna see a lot of evil people that live around the cold. Now, Sly gave an example of some wicked shit, but I'm saying these evil people do not like being around the cold. What do most of them do? Try to move down south. Why is that? I watched my grandfather turn and my grandmother both turn into their 90s. They lived in Michigan their whole life. Winters every year. I like winter. Yeah, it gets fucked up driving sometimes. Yeah. It gets deadly. Yeah. I agree. But I don't mind it. I like dressing. I like wearing winter clothes. So I know it's late in the motherfucking now, but I appreciate everybody hanging with me. You know, I appreciate that. And I don't know, I just reflect. I just reflect on the way the division is put upon us. How division is put upon us, and how the idea of Lemuria is taken away from us, where everybody ain't in tune to everything. And that's the difference between where if you talking about Atlantis, Atlantis is that Viking shit, but Lemuria is complete agreement with all. A complete agreement with all. Because really, we shouldn't even need to eat. Not really. Really, we should just need to be able to get oxygen in the sun. Really, we should not need to eat. That's parasitic. I mean, there's people that show they live around the equator. If you have a certain, you can live a certain relation to the sun, you don't need to eat. You don't even need to eat. And I think one time even living in the cold, you didn't need to eat. But there are people in this earth go without eating. Now, you can look up the many, many stories I tell about motherfuckers they find in these caves. Last motherfucker, I said this probably 6 months ago, about 6, 7 months ago, they took a motherfucker out the cave. Shit, motherfuckers, they thought he was dead. He wasn't dead. After they brought him out for a couple of days, motherfucker came out of it. It's like, fuck. Motherfucker didn't have nothing, didn't eat. Years. Up in a cave. Look it up. That's why I get with like some of the comments, especially about the basket manipulation. It's like, motherfucker, I ain't got to show you shit. You didn't learn off of this, you trolling. You trolling. Because if you watch the shit, you see the shit. You see if something ain't right in it. You too many fake, and it's like they want to see. They like when Cam Newton didn't go after the fumble, that was on purpose. They wanted people to see that. Because that's again, they like showing, they want to show both sides of it and say, well, we really are not like that. It's not fixed. We just couldn't have Cam jumping in there and getting hurt. So, well, I know it's late around the country, around the world. America is really late. And I'm sorry I'm not caught up on the comments. I don't know how far back I would go. It's so late. I know it's late. It's late, the motherfucker. So I'm gonna chop this down. Did I go last Sunday? My clown moved his head. I wouldn't be surprised. He's a Tallsman. So yeah, he's definitely a Tallsman. Like snow, heavy storms. Don't like driving in them. I just fought one last week or 2 weeks ago. Like we get in Texas. They all soul collectors, yeah. Like seeing people that slave themselves. Yeah, I hate seeing people that slave themselves. Yeah, they are showing it in our faces. Exactly. Yep. And if it was not fixed, yeah, exactly. Wink, wink. I know the bell's fake. Yeah, he does. Being fictitious. I know. And let me give you the divination, and then I am gonna have to go because I know it's later than a motherfucker with this time forward shit. And so it is Mulak, raindrop, water, lunar intelligence, wisdom, signals, awakened attention, self-remembrance, divine goddess, God's seed, cosmic communication, a beacon. The symbol is lotus or the moon. The number is 9. Color is sunset peach. I need a suit, sunset peach. I'm gonna go to see my suit, dude, man. I need a suit, sunset peach, baby. Herbs are golden seals. Remember, golden seals used to be to hide your pee, hide your weed in your pee. Flowers, apricot, rose, peach, gordellas. Flower essence is dogwood. Scents is peach or lotus. Stones, peach moonstone, Botswana agate, apricot pearl, generator quartz, and quartz obelisk. Element is the earth element. Directions from the east. Shadow wisdom, self-forgetting, negative self-talk of depreciation, lacking awareness of signs offered by cosmic communication, hiding the fullness of your light. But your transformation is take off the veil of forgiveness, become the beacon of awakened awareness. As you open to self-remembrance, you will freely receive divine guidance. Be with others to support your fullest expression. Harmonic wisdom is modulation. The mantra, right hand on forehead, forming an O on the third eye. Left hand to a right angle, fingers together with palm facing forward. Meditation, lotus of remembrance, quicken the sacred seed. Affirmation, as a galactic beacon and receiver, I have direct access to the divine. Mulak, new direction tomorrow, which always starts with the east. And as I leave you with the words of the time walkers, allowed to give out this much. It all starts with a gentle sadness that came from their original homelands. They knew that they had an exact number of years and days before they would disappear off the earth as a culture and a lifestyle. But the civilization would build to a gentle love. They lived in the Creator's day and knew how to separate cycles in the great serpent. And rest well on your terrace. And remember, to all my relations, to all my guides, friends, people that come across this, I am another yourself, so treat me as you would treat yourself. So I hope you was moved, and I hope that some things was removed, because that's what it's all about. And it's a lot of things that the whole group is working on that we gonna put it all together and try to do a little better. So yeah, I'll say that we are all trying to work on something, and we're gonna get it all together. And once we do, we'll keep building, and that's all we can do. Well, y'all know, this has been the Chocolate Mountain Show. I'm your host, Big Pontiac, because I'm taking Pontiac back. There ain't no car. It was a person, flesh and blood. They want to change these names into not real people. No, it was a real person. So that when you think of that, I want you to think of that as a person, not a fucking car that ain't real. It's a real person. But see, they want to stomp these names. Why do you think they gave Sherman's name Tecumseh? Why do you think that was an accident? They taking that energy. They want that Tecumseh energy. All right, this has been the Chocolate Mountain Show. Till we meet again, say less.